I was really struggling to write this. For a bit, I clung to easier, more appealing ideas that were obvious and achieved a naive adaptation of gratitude. I thought of brushing food off my plate into the rubbish bin while someone over the age of 40 mentioned that children are starving in Africa. I thought of my 6th birthday party when I politely asked my grandma for a corner piece of the cake. The girl next to me nearly leaped from her seat, barking, "You get what you get and you don't throw a fit." Of course, I thought of a really interesting phrase. Don't complain. Someone out there has it worse than you. I love and I hate these phrases. I do think it is important to remember less fortunate populations when considering our own intake of resources. But how is mentioning a global tragedy supposed to motivate me to eat my carrots? Will eating my carrots alleviate the strife and struggle of developing nations? And what about that second phrase? You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Again, love and hate here. It serves as a cautionary reminder. Do not want for more. Do not let yourself be possessed by your possessions, by greed. In regards to a piece of corner cake, I think that phrase is a bit misguided. Now for the cliche of all cliches. Someone has it worse than you. I just want to remind all of you that your struggle is valid, no matter the size. To feel intensely is to truly live, so please never limit your capacity for sadness, anger, and joy. What I think is really interesting about each of these phrases is that they are a very indirect and one-dimensional approach to instilling gratitude in whoever is on the receiving end. And for that reason, they're extremely ineffective. I used to believe that gratitude was seeing the good in everything, and found myself on an endless search for silver lining. What I didn't expect to find, however, was that some things are just inherently bad. Sometimes there is no proverbial light at the end of the tunnel. On my most recent search for silver lining, I came up empty-handed. As some of you may know, my mom was recently diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. It is a rare nervous system disease where the nerve cells break down and can no longer feed the muscles, which leads to full body paralysis and eventually death. There is no known cure. I want to talk about gratitude very directly because its meaning cannot be encapsulated by eating all the food on your plate, accepting a middle piece, or holding back tears because someone has been through worse. Those things ignore the many faces of gratitude. I am not grateful for my mom's condition. If anything, I'm heartbroken, I am angry. I wake up most days wanting to scream my lungs out and end most days feeling the same. I have never felt so helpless because I know, in the end, the disease will prevail. I am learning to accept loss. I am learning to grieve the people that I love the most, in particular, the person who has taught me to always feel immensely. My mom never reminded me of the children starving around the globe. My mom always spoiled me with whichever piece of cake I wanted. My mom never told me not to cry or to censor myself or to be less dramatic. She never meddled with the formalities of parenting. Instead, she taught me to embrace pain, to cherish sadness, to be boisterous in happiness, and to love fully. My mom has taught me to live authentically, and it is for an authentic life that I am grateful. I find gratitude in the breadth of my experiences, no matter how tragic or inversely magical. I am grateful for my capacity to feel every ounce of this multifaceted life. In your life, always shoot from the hip. Do not hesitate to laugh, cry, scream, fight. It is only with our capacity to feel that we can affect change. If we weep for those developing nations, we can galvanize change. If we fight for that corner piece, we can rest assured it will sit warmly in our bellies. If we freely release our pain, we can eventually heal our wounds. Above all, we can love. And in the words of my spectacular mom, we can love higher than the sky and deeper than the sea. Thank you.